Hey guys, I have quite a big makeup haul for you, and they're just some nice fun new things to try and some things that I did loads of research and watched loads of videos before I chose. And so if you're looking for any of this type of product, I just thought it would be useful for you. And it's a genuine first impressions haul in that I have used everything and I know what I really like and why. There's only one thing I do not like, and I do not like it very intensely. And you know what? That sometimes happens. You watch reviews, you read reviews on, retailers. I love that now that you can read product reviews on most big retailers, and it still just doesn't work out, but hey ho. So I'm just going to move this a little bit. So let's get in. Let's do it in categories. So for skin first, I bought the Victoria Beckham by Augustinus Bader, or Bader, like the they're calling it a primary moisturizer, but I use this as a moisturizing kind of glowy primer under makeup or alone on top of my moisturizer, just to give me a nice glow. And I didn't want to, but I really love this. It's so expensive. This is 30 mils, which is their sort of smaller size. I think you can get a 50 mil, but that's really expensive. So I went with this sort of smallest size to see how I liked it. They do a tinted one. This is just the non-tinted one. And it's supposed to have loads of skincare. I'm going to put that on my face because it's expensive. It's just so lovely. Put it all over my skin. It's not the sort of thing like the Morning Aura that she did before with Estee Lauder. You can't tap it on really over makeup to get a glow. It's too subtle for that, but you put it underneath and it makes your skin really nice. And I have to say, I've really been struggling with my skin. I tried a peel pad that was like a sample, a Dennis Gross thing, and it's just bad luck. My skin just reacted to it, and ever since then, like for 2 weeks, I've had all this redness and reactivity. It's really weird. I really should film sitting somewhere else, but I'm in a window and so I look very pale and glary, and I'm not this pale. When I look above this viewfinder into the mirror, I've actually got quite a bit of bronzer on and I look quite tan, but it's completely washed out by the light. So I have looked really pink, and I still do see a lot of pink in my skin tone that isn't normally there. But anyway, that is really helping to like add another layer of like moisture, and just seems to stop my makeup breaking up and looking dry and flaky throughout the day, which I definitely get in winter. So I put my makeup on 5 or 6 hours ago now, and looking in another mirror really, oh, there's a brush hair on my cheek. But looking really closely, my makeup still looks quite dewy, and there's no breaking up around here or on my chin that I normally get. So it is really good. I don't know if it's something I will have all the time because it's so pricey, but it is really nice when you want an extra boost. And I don't know what it is, but there's something in Dr. Bader's like skincare that's supposed to be like a miracle thing. And it's very luxurious and it's something nice, but I don't know if it's essential. And then I got a new concealer. I've struggled to find a concealer that I really like for actually covering things. Like, I've got several things that I like for under the eye. I use very sheer products. I don't really try to completely cover the fact that I've obviously got some purple or, blue under my eyes, because if I try to go full coverage, I actually look worse. I look older. And you know that about me. I don't go for high coverage anything, because I think the more you cover, you actually cover the natural who you are coming through your skin, if you know what I mean. But this is really good. It's moisturizing, it's medium to high coverage, and it seems to last all day. It's the Dior Forever Skin Correct, and it doesn't like break up and make me look dry. It's got a really huge doe foot and a lot kind of comes out, but I just kind of use the tiniest amount, and it really helps to cover my hyperpigmentation. I mean, it's really covered that actually, and that's hours ago. I've got this huge brown mark here, which if I look really closely, I can see it, but it just blends it so nicely. I just tapped this in with my finger today, and that seemed to be the best result. It just meshes and looks like skin. So I'm 2N and I am 2 in or 20 in any Dior foundation. So it does fit in with the same color scale as the other products if you want to buy it online and you're like, well, I can't go to a shop. Honestly, guys, this is really good. Okay, now on to like cheek colour. I think, well, it seems to be having a moment anyway, but one of my favourite products is blush. And when I was younger, in my 20s, I don't think I ever even had a blush. I thought of it as a bit of a pointless product, and I've always had quite pink cheeks. Like when I go for a brisk walk, my face flushes. So I always thought, like, I don't want more of that. So I was just all about other things. But I love, as you get older, I feel like it gives me a youthful glow. It counteracts looking tired under your eyes. I think blush is essential. So I've got a new cream blush, which I am absolutely obsessed with. And it's by Westman Atelier, so Gucci Westman's line. The packaging's very big for the size of the product, but it is still really nice. It's like a magnetic thing. That's the actual width of the thing, but never mind, it's still lovely. I got the most neutral one, which is Chouquette. There are 5 or 6 shades, and it is just a lovely peachy kind of pinky colour. A warm pink. I can't do cool tone pinks. It seems to go with all the other stuff here and all my other makeup. It's very creamy, but and I've got it on today, and I did set with a little bit of powder, and it is still there. It's faded a little bit, but it is still there, and it's the kind of thing that you could maybe just pat in with your fingers. You could take it out with you and do a touch up. I love a good cream blush. Again, I tend to do one in, one out, and I have had I didn't save those things to show you. I don't know why, but I have let go of 5 or 6 cream blush products that I just had kind of fallen out of love with, or the formula had gone a bit dry or whatever, and so I have bought a few new blushes, and this is the only cream blush that's actually, or stick blush that's come yet, but there are a couple more that are on their way. This one is not a cream blush, but it kind of acts, I think it's like a baked powder, because there's no fallout, it's just so silky, and it's not dusty in any way. So this is the Clinique Cheek Pop in Ginger Pop number 1. The formula is just so nice, and I had the Melon Pop one a few years ago, and it looks kind of bright there, but when you blend it in, it just gives like a glow from within, a bit like the Milani Baked Blush, but this is actually nicer, I think. And there it is there. It looks kind of bright there. But when you blend it in, it just gives you that like alive way. It really makes blue eyes look bluer. And then the last blush is this, which is one of the limited edition one for spring from Chanel, the Fleur de Printemps blush and highlight duo. So you always have a little flat brush. I do keep those because if I take these out with me and I want to do a touch up, obviously not now in lockdown, but I find them quite useful. And it's there, you've got like lovely embossing of the flowers. Obviously this is quite deep for a highlighter, so I kind of use it as a topper for this blush, or I just swirl them together. And I'll swatch them against the Chains de Chanel, because I assumed that I didn't need this because I had the Christmas limited edition illuminating blush, but actually it is a bit more salmony, a bit more spring-like. So those are those two there. There's the highlight, there's the blush, and I will just quickly, if I can remember where I put it. I get makeup everywhere when I do these videos. Yeah, here he is. I've worn this so much, it's lovely. This is the Christmas limited edition one that I shared with you in my Christmas makeup collection video. So it's more of a coppery colour. I've used it loads and it's hardly rubbed the pattern off. And I'll just put that one across the top, and you can see it is quite different. It's more of a metallic. I mean, in some ways it's similar to that, but it's got this duochrome, just as the same as the eye shadow from that collection. It's really hot. It doesn't really show up, but it's got like a shift to it that's quite sophisticated. They're different enough, basically. If you have this and love it, you will also love these, and they are genuinely a bit more springtimey. So there's all the swatches of the cheek products. Now I've got a big muddy mess all over my hand. Right, next is a highlighter from a brand that I've never heard of. I was watching a video, Dangerous, because it makes me buy things, and that young lady made me buy this because I was like, oh, I haven't tried that shade. I used to have Melon Pop, and that Ginger Pop looks really good. It looks really strong in the pan, but again, on the face, it looks nice. This is Nabla, and this is their Skin Glazing Glass Skin Finish highlighter. I've only got one powder highlighter that I actually really love. I got rid of all the other ones. I use the Lion thing from Chanel because it's just so fine. It doesn't have that kind of you can see the product when you turn from the highlighting aspect, where you turn and you just see the actual color of the powder. It's like invisible, if you know what I mean. And it doesn't like make my pores look bigger or anything. And this is very similar, but a slightly different tone. I've tried everything, even the, and it is a close, I do like that, the Dior Skin Luminizer. A few years ago I had that and I loved it, and then I found after about 3 or 4 months maybe the powder started to dry out, and it did sit on top of my skin in a kind of a not, I like it to really blend in and just look like a nice subtle highlight. So this is this one, and it is incredibly smooth. That's there. I mean, my hands are a bit dry at the minute, so it's not looking amazing, but on my face it looks better. And it's easy to blend, and you can build it up and get quite a strong look, but it just, do you see what I mean? It just doesn't like sit there looking like a strip of highlighter. Anyway, I've got it on now and it's nice. Okay, eyes. 2 palettes. The first one is this Dior, what are we calling this? Dior Backstage Custom Eye Palette. Now, I bought this because it just looked really practical, a really good everyday basic makeup situation. And before anyone says, there's a shadow here. So this eye is darker and this eye is lighter. And I always get these really patronizing comments saying, oh, sweetheart, you forgot to do your makeup on the other side. No, I've done my eyes exactly the same. It's just that certain ways that I'm moving, like when my hair's like that, it looks a lot stronger on this side. So in here, I've just never seen anything like this. You've got your creamy eye base, which I've tried. It's nice. Like a pearly white, a silver, a kind of a neutral bronze, a mid-toned brown, a gold, a pewter, which I really love that kind of shade, and then a black, which is kind of matte. And then this little bit here is gel that you can drag like a little angled. Have I got one that's clean? No. Like a little, that's too thick, like a little liner brush. And then dip it into the powder, the colour, probably the black or the brown, and use it as a liner. And I just thought that was great. I've only tried this 3 times. And I will say that they just sort of clung a little bit. But that's because I used the eye base, and I feel like I find it really hard to blend eyeshadows over a proper eye primer. So now I just use a tiny bit of like a MAC paint pot or something. If I'm using a cream shadow, I just go straight on the eye because I only buy ones that are pretty long wearing. So I just need to play with it a bit more. I didn't find these as easy to blend as the Dior Quint that I got over Christmas. Not as creamy, more dense. There's not loads of fallout. They're not dusty, you can see that. But just felt like I had to really build them up. When I blended, I kind of blended them away. So I just need to have a play, but I do like the colour selection and I will persevere. But that one is like, I'm not sure. This one is great. This is what I'm wearing today. And it's another Charlotte Tilbury palette. And it's like a part of the Hollywood Flawless Filter line. There's 3 of these, I believe. The other 2 were more bold. And I wanted something from her that was a bit more neutral because all of my Charlotte Tilbury quads are very like strong color toned. Either I've got like the burgundy kind of what's it called, coppery one, then I've got the fire rose one, a couple of others, but they're very warm. So this was a bit more nudie, a bit more neutral, and they're like shimmery, but they're not too much for like the day. Really nice. I've used that lots already. Where are we up to? Oh, in that collection there was a liner. So this is a what they called, part of the Hollywood line again, the Hollywood Exaggerise liner in matte black and then like a pearly champagne tone. Very nice. I know already that I like that formula because I have. Now I can never find things when I'm actually filming with you guys. I have another one that is 2 colours and I can't find it. Oh yeah, here it is. This is the Copper Charge one, so it's got like a bronze on one end, and then they're calling this Copper Matte. Yes, you always get a matte and a shimmer. Really nice idea, because I don't know about you, but I never get to the end of an eyeliner. So having one with 2 tones on it is a better deal for me. Okay, lashes now, and there's loads in this category. So one is just, I'm not going to open it because I'm still using the dregs of its, where are you, predecessor. So I love, and the staple product, this is just a rebuy for me, is the Estee Lauder Little Black Primer. And this is genius because it does lots of different things, and I really like versatile products. So it's very nice fine brush as well, and curved. It tints, so it's like, you can see, it's kind of a dark grey black, a very soft black. It will give some definition to your lashes. So if you're doing a no makeup look, but you've got very blonde lashes like me, it's great. You could put it underneath like a primer and then put another mascara on top, and it will amplify the effect of that if that perhaps isn't very volumizing. Or you can put a coat of it over mascara while your mascara is still wet, and it will kind of make that mascara less clumpy because you're combing through, and will set it and make it like a waterproof one. So this is great, but this is like dried out. So I just bought another one of those, and then I bought an old favourite because I just saw it in the shop and fancied having it, which is the Maybelline Great Lash, but in the waterproof. Really nice, glossy black, so affordable. I love that. And then, where's that new? Oh, it's in there. I bought 2 Lancome mascaras because I thought, I was so unsure. I read loads of reviews and I was so unsure which one I wanted that I got both because there was 20% off on makeup at johnlewis.com. And one is the classic Defenseals, which I've had loads of times. This is just a really nice formula and a really nice brush, and very lengthening and just classic, and they're really separated, but it doesn't give you that much volume, so you can use it with this. Is a great combination. But they've just brought out this new one, the Idol, I think, and I think it's new. And this is similar but more volumizing, more kind of making them really fan out and lift and everything. And I just thought I would do for you guys over like a week. I would wear one on each eye and do like, and compare and see how I feel over a period of time. And then just because this is tinted and is black, I thought I would like to get a clear or white eyelash primer, and I wanted one that had like lash enhancing benefits. That one doesn't really. And I do use off and on the Revitalash, but I don't use it all the time. It was irritating my eyes recently, so I stopped using it for a bit. And this Dior Show Maximizer plumps and stuff, but it also apparently does improve the condition of your lashes over time. So I was just intrigued and wanted to try. And it's nice because it goes on like, you can't really see it. It's not like it's really white and you have to cover all of that really carefully with the mascara. It just seems to disappear. So there you go. That's the lash situation. And then finally, lips. I've got 2 hits and a mega miss. So I'll do the miss first and get it over with. So this is the Dior Lip Glow Oil in Rosewood. It looks lovely. The packaging's lovely. And I read some reviews and they were like, it's so cushiony, so comfortable. It's like having a lip gloss that's not sticky. So I went for it. This is in Rosewood, number 12, and it's just so horrible, but maybe it's just me. Although I asked a couple of friends and they were like, yeah, why'd you buy that? It's terrible. And I was like, oh, no, tell me. So it's got a great big doe foot. It's minty. I do really like that smell. But when you put it on, and I have learned you have to put hardly any on. It doesn't have a lot of colour, but whatever. I mean, it just looked like this was going to be more of a strong colour, but hasn't really got any colour at all. It looks really nice, but I can just feel that I'm like, if I had a cup of coffee or I'd even sipped water, it goes all stringy like here. I just can't bear it, so that's just a total fail. Just making sure I've showed you everything. But these 2 are real wins. And I've got a lot of lipsticks and I'm a bit of a lipstick junkie, but opening the drawer and looking now, over the last 6 months, I've probably only got now about a quarter of the amount of lipsticks. And so I try, and some people would say it's excessive, I try to not buy more than 1 lip product a month. And I've bought 3 in one go, and I've ordered another one. But I had that huge clear out, and I'm just refining what really works for me. And I've gotten rid of any colours that I know I'll never use. So I got 2. One is another one of these Diorifics. The one I got in the Christmas limited edition is quite bold for me. So I liked the packaging and the formula, and I wanted one that was a bit more of an everyday colour. So I got Diorissimo 025. It's funny, I couldn't find any reviews or anything about the main Diorific lipstick line. So that's just like a soft corally kind of toned. And then this one is Sweet Blossom, which, look at this is limited edition line of, I get really distracted when I hear them outside. This is a limited edition set, not a set, they didn't come together, but she launched 3 lipsticks. The other 2 were Matte Revolution, and they were a bit bolder, so they weren't for me. And this was the moisturizing, the kissing formula, and it was the color that I wanted, Sweet Blossom. But these, I think, are for the Chinese New Year, so they're like red and really sparkly, and I just was like, to be honest, oh, I want one of those. So this is this is like an amped up version of this. It's really good color. I wore it today. I've obviously, since then it's faded, and I put this on just now. I'm really cheesed off about that product, but it looks really strong there, but it's still relatively chill. I don't really do mega strong lip colors, you know that. But anyway, so those two kind of complement each other. This is almost in exactly the same color family, but it's just a deeper shade than that. So there you have it, guys. I will update you in my like weekly videos and stuff on what I'm wearing a lot and what I'm enjoying, what goes with what. I'm waiting for some, I bought 4 items from Rare Beauty because I was just so intrigued, but it's really complicated to order it. So a friend is sending a couple of things, and the other 2 things I ordered from a company that gets things from the States, and it takes a while. So when they come, I will do my impressions. 3 of them are from the Stay Vulnerable collection. Really like monochromatic, so a matching eye, lip and cheek, which I really like. I got the most neutral set, and then the other thing I got was just one of her liquid blushes that are really, really matte and long wearing, because as I said before, cheek colour just comes off me. In 2 hours, this will be nearly gone. And I will do a separate video when those things come. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will be back soon with another video. Bye.